What's up, everybody? It is Urban Smith, and today we are going to talk about the best places to host and to start up your Airbnb business in 2022. So, what are you waiting for? Let's get started. Cut to the intro. Airbnb business can set up. You have the countryside, you have in the city, you have something secluded, you have in the urban, in your neighborhoods. There's many places where you can set up. This is my dog. You have to go down to where you want to build your first house. Do you want to do a land hack as far as go buy some land and have multiple units on that land? Do you want to do a rental arbitrage where you're going to rent out that rent house on Airbnb? You have to have consent from the landlord to do that. Or are you going to do a house hack where if you already own a house and you have some free space, are you going to go rent out a room and get that started? Or you can even do the rental arbitrage through an apartment complex, but you still have to have that consent as far as renting that rental out on Airbnb. So getting started, you have a lot of different options on how you can get started through a rental arbitrage, land hack, house hack on how you want to get started on Airbnb. It's going to be up to you and what you want to do. We're going to dive a little bit more into the land hack and your pros and cons on the reason why you should build your first business on a land hack in the countryside. So we're going to list the pros and cons, and if you have any more pros or if you have any more cons, I would love to hear it down below, comment below. So having a home in a secluded area is going to be your first pro. So being in a secluded area is just something about it. Being in the woods and the nature, you're surrounded by animals in the wild. It's very soothing, very calm. So that's your first pro. So if you decide to have a home that's in a secluded area, I would love the feel of being in that home. It's just amazing to me. So your secondary thing is depending on the size of the land you buy, so you can ultimately have 3 or 4 homes on the land. So say you have 10 acres in a little bit more of a secluded area, you can have 3 or 4 homes on that land and you could really make a huge profit. Another pro would be there's less city. So if you have ever been to camping, which a lot of people love camping, and you wait till about midnight, 11 o'clock when the sun goes down, and you look up, it's just stunning on how many of the stars you can see in the sky. Versus in the city, you cannot see that. So that's another huge pro to be in a secluded area, less from the city population and more in a wooded area. And of course, I already touched on this. Another pro would be it's super soothing and super relaxing. There's just something about being in a secluded area when there's not a whole lot of people around, just super peaceful and it's super relaxing, and it's really good for the heart and it's really good for your health. Some of the cons is if you decide to be in a more of a secluded area and you're a little bit more further away and you choose to hire some cleaners, it's maybe a little bit harder to find some cleaners that will come out to clean that house. Well, ultimately, if there's a will, there's a way. So you may have to pay more for your cleaning services. Another con would be you're a little bit more away from your entertainment as far as movie theaters, your grocery stores, and things like that. So maybe a little bit more of a con for your guest side.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Just due to the fact that there's not a lot of entertainment around. But ultimately, if they're willing to book your stay in a secluded area, they already know this. And if they're willing to travel a little bit further, which is still nice that we get a little bit more of a secluded area and they're willing to travel to those entertainments. Another con is if you choose to have any kind of internet in your home, it may be a little bit harder to find an internet provider that can come out all the way in your secluded area.
Hey, nobody cares. Nobody cares.
So that's another con that you may have to think in the future. But really, the choices are up to you if you want to be in a city or if you want to be in a secluded area. Me personally, I just love the feeling of being in a secluded area. There's something super nice about just being away from the city, away from the traffic and all the city noise. There's just something about the sunrise in the morning, of waking up in the morning and just looking out your window and seeing that sunrise. And then also too, right before you go to bed, sitting out on a porch and seeing the sunset. And especially at nighttime, looking up and seeing all the stars is just super amazing to me. It's just super relaxing, super soothing, and it'd be a perfect getaway for you and your partner. So if you stuck around to the end of this video, drop a comment below on the route you're wanting to go as far as getting your business started. What are some of the pros and cons that you came up with in the city or the secluded area where you're looking? So hopefully some of these helped you pick out exactly what the route you wanted to go, and we can't wait to get our first home started. So this is Urban Smith checking out. See y'all next time.